Sit comfortably and we start today's session with a lovely breathing exercise. So make yourself comfortable, take flesh of the buttocks wider to the sides, feel your sitting bones grounded. You're very comfortable with your legs, with your knees, with your ankle joints. And if you need to stretch your legs to the front, please do. Just stretch your legs. And let's lengthen from the base of the spine upwards. From the hips to your armpits, lift your arms, take your shoulders back and relax your shoulder blades. Flat on your upper back. Your hands somewhere on your thighs, thumb and finger connected. Softly close your eyes and notice your whole body. Deepen your breath. Inhaling deep into the abdomen, middle chest, upper chest. And as you exhale, exaggerate, draw your tummy muscles in, exhale fully. And again, inhale, breathing deep. Expand in all directions, and as you exhale, lift your pelvic floor muscles up, draw your tummy muscles in, exhale fully, and so on. Breath is deep and flowing. And then start to count your breath in and your breath out. For example, inhale for count of 6, exhale for count of 6, and so on. Make your count even. You can choose your own count. Or for example, inhale for 6, exhale for count of 6. Still using your core muscles as you're breathing in and out. As you're breathing in, soften your tummy, expand. And as you exhale, lift your pelvic floor muscles, draw your tummy muscles in, exhale fully. Well done. And then start to add pauses between your inhalations and exhalations. For example, inhale for count of 6, hold the pause for count of 3, and then exhale for count of 6. And hold the pause for count of 3. So just make your pauses comfortable. Try not to struggle with the breath. Inhale and pause. Exhale and pause. Try to use whole capacity of your lungs when you're breathing in, holding pause. Exhale, hold pause. And try not to struggle with the count, just choose the count which is right. We're just simply keeping the ratio 2 to 1, 2 to 1. So your inhalations and exhalations twice longer than the pauses. Inhale for count of 6, hold for count of 3, exhale for count of 6, hold for count of 3. Keep counting. Take another 2 rounds like so. Keep counting. Inhalation, the pause, the exhalation, the pause. Simple, easy breathing technique. Helps us to calm the mind. To bring our mind here and now. Into the body. Into the breath. And then release your pauses. Then release your count and just keep moving or keep breathing in and out. Expanding on the inhalation and contracting your tummy muscles on the exhalation. And keep your breath deep, flowing, enjoyable. Remind yourself about your intention. We all have intentions. Your intention can be very small or very big. Your intention can be just for this yoga class or for a day, for a few days ahead. And if you are in doubt, ask yourself, how are you committed to yourself? How are you committed to your health? And find the inspiration in your answer. Keep your breath deep and flowing through the rest of the practice. On your next inhale, open your eyes, relax your arms, relax your legs, and just stretch your legs to the front and give your legs a little shake. Just relax, relax, relax your legs. Well done. And then come on your all fours. Move the block to the side, and after all fours, we come up to down facing dog. Let's do this lovely stretch through the whole back of the body. Down facing dog. Okay, knees back away from the hips. Press all finger pads into the floor. Lean back, and then inhale, lift your arms. Lift your armpits, squeeze your arms and your shoulders, and then come up with the knees bent. Down facing dog. I want you to really lengthen and stretch through the spine. Push the hips high towards the ceiling. Think about your hands like a tiger pose. Claw the floor. Extend. Sport walk a few times now. Bend your right knee, then the left. Still stretching the back of the body. Lovely warm up for your hamstrings, for the back of your calves. Deep breathing still. Lift your tummy muscles, lift, 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 push the hips high. Keep the length through your back, through the spine. And then come up high on your tiptoes, look between your hands, bend your knees and walk towards your hands into your forward bend. And we start with the knees bent. Bend your knees forward, squeeze the legs, squeeze, 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 and take your hands on outside of your shins. So, and you press with your hands into your shins and shins into your hands, just creating that little resistance, so you know that shins join in. So this is what we want on your legs, shins join in. Now think about your inner thighs moving back, and maybe you can straighten your legs now, maybe not. Don't worry to straighten the legs. Just the shins join in, press your hands into your shins. Create little resistance there, and slow begin to straighten your legs, but don't worry, you don't have to straighten the legs. Keep your knees bent, absolutely fine. Okay, well done. Now keep that energy on the legs, shins join in. Take your hands at your thighs, on your inner thighs, and with your hands, we're sort of trying to separate the thigh bones. So we're trying to pull them apart. Okay, gently, of course, gently. Okay, keep the energy on your shins join in, squeezing towards each other or towards the midline. And with your hands, you're like pulling your thigh bones slightly wider apart. And so you can, if you can, fold a little bit deeper. So your shins join in, the inner thighs moving back and wider apart. And that creates more space for the lower back, for the hips. Relax your neck. It's okay to have your knees bent. We definitely want the back of the pelvis tipping forward, not the back. Bend your knees more if you need it. Check with one hand, just take one hand at the back of the pelvis. Pelvis definitely tipping forward. Well done, everyone. Now release your hands. Bend your knees forward. Then move your hands to the hips. Lift your elbows, lift your shoulders, lift your chin. Come up with the strong legs. Squeeze the shins in and come up. Inhale. And then stretch your arms upwards, interlace your fingers, let's lengthen a little more, lengthen upwards, stretch, stretch, wiggle from side to side, lengthen, little bit of tailbone, lots of tummy muscles, squeeze your tummy muscles in, and moving, stretching upwards, and moving from side to side. Okay, give yourself lots of space to stretch. Okay, well done. And then come back to the middle, and relax your arms and just roll your shoulders, soften. Okay, great. So find the block or the brick, so whatever you have at home, block or brick, and watch me for a moment. So we're going to squeeze this brick or the block between the inner thighs, and you want space between your feet, hips width apart. Okay, so if you're quite skinny on the legs, you might turn the block this way. Okay, or maybe this way is enough, and you can see that your feet hips width apart. So, and I also want you to feel that you do hugging this block with your inner thighs. So make sure that you have the sensations, so it's not loose. So you do hugging that block with your inner thighs. So I'm going to come to the sideboard and I'm going to show you what we do next. We're going to keep the energy on the legs. The shins will go in, join in, and we're going to use the inner thighs to move the block back. So we're going to create a little bit more space for the lower back and for the hips. Okay, so watch me for a moment. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to bring the block there. We're going to rest hands on the table, maybe on the wall or on the back of the chair, and then with the knees bent, you're going to step back. Okay, stepping back, you're going to take a moment here, squeezing your feet and your shins in, and you're going to use your inner thighs to move the block back, and maybe you can straighten the legs, maybe not, don't worry. And I want you to have a good stretch here. And when you do this, I'll give you extra instructions to engage your tummy muscles and your pelvic floor muscles. When you finish, you bend your knees, you walk in, and again stretch, and move from side to side. Okay, so let's do this. Lovely, lovely stretch, especially good for the lower back and the hips. So block or the brick between your inner thighs. Come to the table or the back of the chair. Rest your hands there, knees bent. So please do start with your knees bent. It's much, much pleasant with your knees bent. You stretch back. Okay, looking at your feet, heels beneath your hips, just checking that alignment. Okay, lengthening, lengthening, lengthening. Engage your core muscles. Look at your feet, squeeze your feet and your shins in. With your inner thighs, move the block back. Use your inner thighs moving back and wider apart. So we create more space for the lower back, for the hips. Lovely stretch for the hamstrings and for the whole back. And let's think about the pelvic floor muscles, squeeze, draw in, the tummy muscles, squeeze and lift to your spine. So core muscles engaged, supporting your lower back, supporting your hips, your pelvis, and still moving the block back and lengthen, 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 breathing easily, easy breath. Enjoy the stretch. How's your shins doing? Draw your shins in again. Moving the block back with your inner thighs a little bit more back. Check your core muscles. Lovely stretch. Well done. And then bend your knees. Slow, with your knees bent, walk towards your table or the chair. And then come up and again stretch your arms upwards. Again interlace your fingers and let's again move from side to side. Stretching the sides of the body. Okay, very important muscles which support in our back. That's great. Lovely stretch. Well done. And then relax. Move the block to the side. Okay, give your legs a little shake. Okay, give your legs a little shake, relax, relax. Okay, well done. And then come to the front of your mat. We do salutation to the sun. Just one round, and we add different little movements to stretch muscles around your back. Okay, space between your feet. Again, hips width apart, your feet parallel, and bring your hands to your chest. Inhale, lift your sternum. Keep your heart lifted. Exhale, relax your arms. Inhale, very gentle back bend, or just stretch up. And as you exhale, forward bend, bend your knees, to start. And then inhale on your finger pads and stretch forward, either holding the floor or your legs. Lengthen, the back is straight. Exhale, squeeze the legs and bow. And again, inhale on your finger pads and stretch forward. Remember that block, imaginary block, moving back with your inner thighs. Squeeze the legs and bow a little deeper. We do it again. Inhale on your finger pads, either holding the floor or your shins. Moving your inner thighs back, squeeze your shins in, inner thighs back. Exhale and bow. Move your hands by the side of your heels and step back with your right foot back, high leg lunge. Take a deep breath. If it's too much, bring your back knee down to the floor. Squeeze the legs stronger, again that energy, shins in, inner thighs moving back. Lengthen the tailbone and see if you can move your front hip forward. You lengthen through your spine and take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale, stepping back into the plank or half plank. Squeeze your arms. Squeeze your shoulders at the back. Tummy muscles lifted. Inhale. And as you exhale, lean forward. Knees, elbows, or bend your elbows. Lie down on your tummy. Point your toes back. Press your whole legs into the floor. Lengthening the tailbone, come up to mini raised cobra. Don't worry to come up high. Soften your buttocks, shoulders down to double chin. Lift your chin a little. Inhale. And as you exhale, drag your hands back and stretch forward. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Toes under, down facing dog, or come on your all fours if you need. And then down facing dog. Lift your hips high. Think about your legs. Squeeze your shins in. Inner thighs moving back. Imagine that block between your inner thighs. And you're moving the inner thighs back, wide apart. Having good stretch. Well done. On your next inhale, come up on your tiptoes. Look between your hands. Bend your knees and bring your knees down to the floor. Step forward with your right foot outside of your right hand. Okay, squeeze the legs. Lengthen the tailbone. Yeah, and take your right hand to the right hip. A little bit more of the tailbone. Lengthen, lift your chest and lean to the side, lean to the left. And then stretch your right arm over the head and slightly to the left. Stretch the stretch. Lovely side stretch and lovely gentle twist. Deep breath into your chest. Well done. And then exhale, touch the floor. We're going to step back to down facing dog. Stepping back. Take a deep breath, lift your hips high. Again, thinking about your legs, squeeze your shins in. Inner thighs moving back, maybe straighten your legs, maybe not, don't worry. Stretching the legs back, heels down. On your next inhale, on your tiptoes, bring your knees down to the floor. Look at your hands, left foot forward, outside of your left hand. Okay, squeeze the legs. Take your left hand to the left hip, lengthen the tailbone, lift your chest and lean to the right. So you have a little gentle twist here. Engage your tummy muscles and then stretch your left arm over the head and to the right. So just stretch into the right a little bit more. You have a lovely twist and lovely side stretch. Breathe deeply, look up above the elbow somewhere. Inhale. And as you exhale, touch the floor, stepping back to down facing dog. Deep breath there. Lift your hips high. Again, looking at your feet and your shins, squeeze your shins and move your inner thighs back. Extra space for the lower back. On your next inhale, on your tiptoes, look between your hands, bend your knees and walk in towards your hands into your forward bend. Squeeze your legs. Imagine the block between your inner thighs, moving the inner thighs back, wide apart. And if you want to help again with your hands, shins, holding the shins first, and squeeze your hands into your shins into your hands, create that good resistance, steady, strong legs. Back of the pelvis definitely tipping forward, checking that. And then moving your inner thighs with your hands slightly wider apart, Give them a little sort of massage. Okay, wide apart. Fold a little deeper. Relax your neck. Deep breath. It's okay to have your knees bent. Absolutely fine to have your knees bent if you need it. Well done. And now move your hands to the hips. Bend your knees forward. Lift your elbows and your shoulders. Lift your chin, come up with the strong legs. Squeeze, 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 squeeze your legs. Lift your arms. Deep breath. Exhale. Hands to your heart. Check you are at the front of your mat. We do the left side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and stretch. Exhale, forward bend. Bend your knees as you go into your forward bend. And then maybe straighten the legs in the half forward bend. Exhale, fold. Move your hands by the side of your heels. Step back with your left foot back. And imagine again, midline of your body. Squeeze the legs towards the midline. Lengthen the tailbone and we go into the twist. Stretching your right arm up now. Take your shoulders back, lift your chin. Maybe you can have your back leg straight. If it's too much, you can bring your back knee down to the floor. Ideally, I want you to have just the finger pads on the floor on that left hand. Engage your core muscles more. Support your posture with the core muscles. Deep breath. Exhale, look down. Touch the floor. You're going to change legs. If you're full of energy and you can jump switch, please do. Or just step back, step in. So now you have your left knee above your left ankle. Squeeze the legs, lengthen the tailbone, left arm. Look up at your thumb and again checking your legs, squeeze the hips. Lift your chest and extend away from the hips. If it's too much, back knee down on the floor, absolutely fine. Deep breath in. And then exhale, look down. Touch the floor, down facing dog. Let's step back to down facing dog. Deep breath and thinking about your plank or half plank. Choose your option, plank or half plank. Squeeze your arms in, squeeze your shoulders at the back. Lift your tummy muscles, look straight. Deep breath, no rush. Super posture for strengthening the shoulders, the upper body, strengthening the core muscles. Inhale. And as you exhale, lean forward. Knees, elbows, or just your elbows. Point your toes back and slow come up to raised cobra. It doesn't matter how far. Ground your whole legs, lengthen the tailbone. Shoulders down, double chin, lift your chin a little. Inhale. And as you exhale, drag your hands back like you want to stretch. You want to slide on your yoga mat. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Shoulders lifted. Toes under. Come on your all fours. We do cat and a cow stretch. Inhale, look up. Exhale, you round. Inhale, abdomen down. Lift your heart, look up. Exhale, this is your cat stretch. Tailbone between the sitting bones. Inhale, abdomen down. Lift your heart. The cow stretch. We do once more. Again, the cat stretch. Round, tailbone between the sitting bones. Inhale, soften your abdomen. Lift your heart, look up. Well done. And now come up to down facing dog. Lift your hips high. Look at your feet and your shins. Squeeze your shins in. Inner thighs moving back, creating more space for the lower back and your hamstrings. And maybe straighten the legs completely, maybe not. Don't worry. Deep breath. On your next inhale, on your tiptoes, look between your hands, bend your knees and walk towards your hands into your forward bend. Okay. You are in your forward bend. Squeeze the legs, shins in, inner thighs back. Deep breath. Check the back of the pelvis tipping forward, not back. And you take your arms behind, interlace your fingers and lift your arms with the shoulder stretch. Inhale, lift your chin and stretch forward. It's okay to have your knees bent. Exhale, squeeze the legs and bow. Lift your arms a little higher. Relax your neck as you bow. And again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze your legs. Inner thighs moving back. Bow, lift your arms. And again, inhale, squeeze your shins in. Lift your chin, stretch. Exhale, keep the energy in the legs. Inner thighs moving back. Bow a little deeper, lift your arms. We do once more. Again, inhale, stretch forward, squeeze your shins in. Exhale as you bow, moving your inner thighs back, lifting your arms even higher. Lovely. Now lower your arms. Bend your knees, hold your hips, lift your elbows, lift your shoulders, lift your chin, come up with strong legs. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze your legs. Inhale and stretch. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take a deep breath. And then relax your arms. Okay, well done. Take a drink, take a little break. Okay, well done everyone. That was lovely, lovely sequence. This stretch hamstrings, lovely. Okay, now we're going to do the balance. I'm going to find the space near the wall here. So follow this balance. We do Garudasana. So I want you to stretch a little bit more around the hips in Garudasana before we go into the pigeon stretch. So the Garudasana looks like that. I have to move my plant to the side. Okay, here we are. Lovely orchids. Go here. So this is at the wall, looks like that. You're going to lean to the wall, you cross your legs, and then you cross your arms like so. And when you balance in here, when you find yourself in this situation, you want to really to challenge your balance, moving the shoulders away and then the hips, and you have the wall behind you. Anytime you need to come back, just come back to the wall. Okay, or maybe you can do freestanding. So let's try. So come to the wall if you need it, just lean against the wall. And if you do freestanding, okay, follow me. We're all going to bend knees, moving the hips back. And take your right leg, I'm your mirror, across your left, and just touch the floor on the side. And I really want you to squeeze the legs. At this point, I want you to sit a little lower. Move the hips more back. Squeeze the legs. Lift your tummy muscles and maybe tuck your toes behind, maybe not, don't worry. And really squeeze in the legs. Finding your balance, take your time. Stretch your arms to the sides. Now bring your left, then your right. Hands together, squeeze your arms, lift your elbows, move your arms back into your shoulder joints, look straight ahead and find the point to keep your balance a little bit easier. Find the point and stay at that point. Again, check your legs, strong tummy muscles, lift your tummy muscles, lift your elbows a little. Well done. Lovely shoulder stretch here as well. Balancing, stretch for the hips, stretch for the shoulders. Well done. We're going to come back. Inhale and come back and shake your legs. Shake, shake, shake. Okay, well done. If you need to come to the wall for the next side, please do. Okay, if you're happy to do freestanding, bend your knees like you start your chair pose. Okay, now left leg, touch the floor. Check, maybe this is just enough. Squeeze your thighs and again move the hips back a little bit more. Sit a little lower and maybe tuck your toes behind. And again, squeeze the legs, tummy lifted, stretch your arms. Find your balance. Right arm, the left arm. Hands together. Okay, squeeze your arms. Elbows lifted. Draw your arms back into your shoulder joint. This is little movement. Don't worry about big movements. And again, checking your legs, checking your arms, checking your core muscles. Well done. The breath, easy, flowing. Look straight ahead. Look at one point. That will help you with the balance. I'm looking straight into my camera. Well done. Another deep breath. And then come back. Great, and shake your legs. Shake, shake, shake. Relax your shoulders. Well done. If you're happy to squat with me, follow me. If not, just sit in your fashion way on the floor. Okay, stretch your arms in front. Inhale. And as you exhale, halfway. Okay, then check how you feel. Maybe you can go a little lower. Lift your toes up to support your knees more. And if you can go all the way down, go all the way down. Take a moment here. And then press one foot into the floor. And then another foot into the floor. Okay. And sort of swaying from side to side. But the movements can be very, very tiny. Don't worry. Just press your one foot into the floor stronger, another into the floor. Okay, well done. How's your core muscles? Pelvic floor muscles. Squeeze and lift. Tummy muscles in. We want to support the hips with the core muscles. Okay, brilliant. Well done. And then we're going to sit on the floor. Come back to the middle and sit on the floor. Do you need to hold the floor? Please do hold the floor. Or stretch your arms and then sit. Okay, stretch your legs. Give your legs a little shake. Well done. Watch me. Options. Quickly remind you about the options in the pigeon stretch. Pigeon stretch is great for stretching the lower back, stretching the muscles around the hip joints. Okay, and also it's very good for the whole back. So options here. Listen to your front knee. So when you're moving your knee forward, then foot to the side. So this is one option, towards just point it to the side and your foot flat on the floor. Okay, checking how you're feeling with your knee. Is that okay for you? Or maybe you can move your foot forward, then you have to flex your foot and you have just outside of the foot on the floor. You're going to do this cow stretch and then a cat stretch. Checking space for the back knee to move back, then maybe elbows down on the floor, and again the cow stretch, the cat stretch, again checking space to go lower, maybe stretch your arms, forehead is on the floor or on your hands, or maybe you need to come back again on your elbows or on your hands, all fine. So let's do it together. So come on your fours and we do it together, nice and easy with the front knee, please. Okay, sliding your right knee to your right hand, slide, and then take your foot to the left, just in front of your left knee. Check, is that okay for your knee? Can you move your back knee back just a little, maybe sit a little lower? Maybe you can move your front foot forwards, then you have to flex your foot and keep your toes active all the time. Okay, doing the cow stretch, lifting your tailbone and your heart, and then the cat stretch, lengthening the tailbone, lift your tummy muscles, checking again space for the back knee to move back. Can you go just a little low, just tiny bit perhaps, and then elbows down on the floor. Take a moment here, squeeze the hips, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Check your core muscles again, lift your tummy muscles up, deep breath. Maybe this is just enough, you can stop here and breathe, flowing breathing. Or again, doing subtle movement of the cow stretch, I really try to lift my tailbone and my chest. And then cat stretch, lengthening the tailbone, lifting the tummy muscles, and checking space for the back knee to move back. Well done. If it works, brilliant. If not, very good. Just stay where you are. Maybe you can straighten your arms, then forehead on the floor. Or on your hands, so whatever you need. Adjust your posture. And again, I want you to squeeze the hips at the back, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Lift your tummy muscles, core muscles engaged. We want to support the lower back. And the pelvic floor muscles also engaged. Just squeeze in, hold. Hold. We want to train those muscles to be strong, supporting our back, our pelvis. Breathe. Let's take another 2 deep breaths. And when you finish, slow, move your hands closer to your front knee. We're going to step back to down facing dog. Deep breath in. Lift your hips and step back to down facing dog. Sport walk a few times. Let's do this a few times. So bending one knee, another knee, moving hips from side to side, loosen up. Just notice how you feel. You might feel more energy flowing around your hips, the lower back. Well done. And then we change. So come on your all fours. Okay, changing legs now, left foot, or rather left knee, sliding to your left hand, and your left foot to the side, just in front of your right knee. And this is one option. Or maybe you can move your foot forward, and then you have to flex your foot, keep your toes active all the time, doing the cow stretch, And then the cat stretch, lengthening the tailbone, tummy lifted, checking space for the back knee to move back. Take a moment, squeeze the hips, elbows down, breathe. And just check with your body. How's your front knee doing? Is that appropriate for you to do this posture? Core muscles engaged. Let's do the cow stretch again. Really trying to lift the tailbone and the chest. And then the cat stretch, lengthening the tailbone, lifting your tummy muscles, checking again space for the back knee to move back. And maybe the front knee slightly to the side, if it's appropriate. So listen to your back and your body, the whole body. Maybe straighten your arms to the front, forehead is on the floor. Deep breath. Again, checking your core muscles, pelvic floor muscles drawing in. Tummy muscles lifted. So keep it strong, supporting your back, supporting your hips, your pelvis. Let's take another deep breath. And when you finish, lift your head, move your hands closer to your front knee. Big breath in, step back to down, facing dog. Step back. Sport walk again. Can you move the hips from side to side? Just loosen up, soften. Okay, this is nice. Again, check all the energy flow, how you feel around your hips, the back. Easy breathing. Great. And then sit into the child pose, please. Knees down. Then take your knees wider, then the hips, big toes touching, and you sit back. Sit back closer to your heels, relax your arms, relax your forehead on the floor. Or you need hands beneath your forehead, or even the fists, that's absolutely fine. Adjust your posture. Sit back and just check how you feel. How's the hips doing? How's the lower back? Relax your shoulders, relax your breath. Another deep breath. And then slowly come back. Lift your head, move your hands closer to your knees. Well done, and stretch your legs to the front, give your legs a little shake. Okay, relax your legs. Okay, relax, relax, relax. Okay, well done, that was very nice. Just opening the hips, stretch. So now, sit comfortably and watch me. This is the next posture for you. This is called face of the cow. The legs looks like that. When you take one foot beneath your thigh, then you take another foot outside. Ideally, you want your knees to be in line, but if you feel, okay, this is not appropriate for your knees, you can have just one leg on top. So you're having one leg on top, and then we're going to stretch opposite arm up. We're going to lengthen, keep the back straight. Maybe you can interlace your fingers behind, or not interlacing, holding the fingers behind. Or maybe you need a belt on top of the shoulder, place the belt and hold the belt behind with your hands. Okay, so let's try. And also you can sit on a block or sit on a folded blanket. If you feel this is a bit too much for your lower back and the hips, it's very nice to sit on a block. So let's start together. We go through the legs. Okay, I sit on a block for you, just to show you it's much easier on the block. So right leg, I'm your mirror. Take your right foot beneath your left thigh. Okay, make sure you have back upright, so you feel very happy, very comfortable when you start. Okay, and then you take your left foot outside of your right thigh and just check if it's appropriate for your knees. Ideally, you want your knees to be in line. If you look at the front, knees in line. Okay, if it doesn't work, just straighten one leg like so. One leg, you have right leg on top. Okay, this on this side, and flex your foot or your feet, both feet. Flex your feet, keep your toes active. Okay, and now stretch opposite arm up. So this is your right arm. I'm your mirror. Right arm up, left to the side. Let's lengthen, sitting tall, and let's connect hands behind. Can you reach your hands behind? If not, grab the belt. Just place the belt on top of your shoulder, hold the belt behind, well then fold your arm forward. Now we're going to try to take whole arm back into your shoulder joint and lift your elbow up and up and up on a straight line and squeeze your shoulders at the back. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Check your core muscles, draw your tummy muscles in and up. Keep the back straight. Well done. Check your pelvic floor muscles. Squeeze and lift. Tummy muscles engaged. And we want to keep this engagement lengthening upwards. If you want, you can close your eyes and just focus on the straight back. You can imagine straight line from the base of the spine upwards to the crown of the head. So, and this is straight line, have a color. So give it a color. I suggest bright blue color. And this is your main energy channel in the body, in Sanskrit called Sushumna. So bright blue color. And this channel runs from the base of the spine upwards to the crown of the head. Inhaling deep into the base of the spine and then draw all the energy upwards from the base of the spine upwards to the crown of the head. And again, inhale into the base of the spine and then lift your pelvic floor muscles, tummy muscles in, rising up, all the energy rising upwards to the crown of the head. Great, and now release your arms, open your eyes, release your arms, give your arms a little shake, 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 roll your shoulders, and if you have both legs crossed, then you look at your top leg and you go 360 degrees around without moving your feet. Don't move your feet, go 360 degrees all around and then sit on the block or on the floor. Now you have your left leg on top. On my left, your right leg on top. Just looking again at your knees. Can you realign your knees? But don't worry, if you have to have one leg straight, absolutely fine. So you would have just one leg on top, and then you flex your foot, keep your toes active, or you have 2 feet active here. Okay, so checking everything, checking your foundation. Okay, stretching opposite arm. So this is your left arm, right to the side. Connect your hands behind. Okay, or maybe you need again belt. Bring the belt on top of your shoulder and grab the belt behind. Okay, take your time. Then you're going to fold this top arm forward, draw your arm back into your shoulder joint, and then lift your elbow and squeeze your shoulders at the back. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Okay, lovely shoulder stretch here. Relax your neck. And if you wish to close your eyes again, close your eyes. Use your visualization, breathing into the base of the spine, and as you exhale, draw all the energy upwards through the main energy channel. And again, inhale deep into the base of the spine, and as you exhale, draw pelvic floor muscles up, tummy muscles in, rise up. Lengthen, draw all up, all the energy to the crown of the head. Breathe. And again, imagine the bright blue color for your Sushumna, for your main energy channel. Well done. Take another couple of deep breaths. And when you finish, open your eyes, relax your arms. You can shake your arms, shake, 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 roll your shoulders, relax, relax. And then stretch your legs to the front, give your legs a little shake, relax, relax your legs. and please be seated comfortably and watch me. We're going to finish with a lovely twist on the floor. Screen wipers twist, and I show you if you want to stay on one side, how to stay on one side, maybe even using the block. So we're going to start this way. We're going to move the legs from side to side. With your feet active, you have space between your feet, hips width apart. And if you want to stop on one side and take one foot on top of your other knee, so just make sure it's appropriate for your knees. Lengthen the tailbone and you tease your legs down and down towards the floor. And if you want to bring the block here under one thigh and just rest there, this is quite nice. This is quite nice and relaxing, very passive, gentle twist. And then you come back and you do the same on the other side, okay? And you can use again the block there just to support your thigh, to have it nice and easy, okay? So please do choose what you want to do. Grab the block, maybe you want to try with the block as well, okay? And then lie down on your back, feet parallel, hips width apart. Open your shoulders, shoulder blades flat on the floor, bend your elbows or just stretch your arms to the sides. Okay, toes active, lift your toes up and start to move from side to side. So moving, screen wipers twist, gentle mobile twist. Okay, nice to ease the lower back after strong postures. So we've worked a lot around the lower back and the hips. So I just feel that it's much easier now. You feel more flexible, moving with more ease. Nice and easy movements. Checking how you feel again. And let's try, if you wish, follow me. Let's try to do this twist, moving to one side, for example, to the right, and then take your right foot from beneath on top of your left knee. Lengthen the tailbone and tease your knees down and down towards the floor. Maybe you want to bring the block there. Okay, block or the brick to support your thigh and just take it easy there. Just relax. Lengthen the tailbone, maybe a little bit more. And relax. Teasing your legs down and down, closer towards the floor. And if you can touch the floor, go for it. Or again, bring the block under your thigh to take it easy, to enjoy this passive screen wipers twist. Take another deep breath. And then come back, feet parallel. You're moving your knees now to the left. And take your left foot from beneath on top of your right knee. Lengthen the tailbone and tease your knees down and down towards the floor. Or again, to take it easy, bring the block or the brick under your thigh and just relax there. Relax. Nice passive stretch, nice passive twist here. Okay, if it's what you want. Let's take another deep breath on this side. And then come back to the middle. Come back. Okay, well done. Stretch your legs. Okay, and maybe put your socks on now, your jumpers on, or cover yourself with a blanket and stay on the floor in your Shavasana. So Shavasana looks like that. Your feet wider than the hips, your arms to the sides, and you relax there. Okay, I will be sitting for you. I will be sitting and guiding you through your relaxation. So please make yourself comfy. Put your socks on, jumpers on. Take your blanket and cover yourself. So make yourself very, very cozy and comfortable. Okay, and then just check your whole body. Feet wider than the hips. And you press your hips into the floor to restore the lumbar space. If you're not sure, take one hand at the lower back and check, okay, there is a space between my lower back and my yoga mat. So keep this space and completely relax your legs, just soften. Then wiggle your shoulders. Make your shoulder blades flat on the floor. Arms away from your body, palms facing upwards, allowing your shoulders to soften. Back of the head, nicely balanced on the floor. And if you're not sure, you can roll your head from shoulder to shoulder. Do this a few times. Just relax, relax your neck muscles. And then come back to the middle. Smile to relax your facial muscles. And to leave the beginning of the smile on your face. Feel your forehead becoming wider and smoother. Relax your scalp, relax your ears, the skin beneath your ears. Relax your breathing. Slow down your breath. With each exhale, becoming softer and more relaxed. And you're sort of melting downwards into your yoga mat, like a butter, softening into your yoga mat. And then mentally scan your whole body. And find places in your body which feels pleasant. And staying focused on that pleasant sensation. Allow the feeling to spread through your whole body. And as this feeling of well-being spreads, reflect on all the good fortune in your life. Begin with the fact that you have been born human, which comes with embodying consciousness, awareness of your own experience, the capacity to learn, and the ability to communicate with others. Acknowledge gratitude to all those who have nurtured you, starting with Mother Earth and including all who've contributed to your development and sense of worth. Your parents, your family, friends, teachers, and spiritual guides. Think of the many ways you've known delight in your body and mind. The ways that your heart has been touched and you touched the hearts of others. And as this gladdening of the mind deepens, stay connected to the feeling of well-being in your body. And as your mind becomes happier, you notice that your ability to focus becomes easier. And this enhances the feeling of well-being. And when your meditation ends, invite those feelings to stay with you as you go about your daily life. Now, as your short meditation comes to the end, bring your awareness back to your surroundings, back to the room you are in, to your friends, to your family, to your pets next to you, and deepen your breath. Extend your inhalations, exhalations, reawakening the energy in your body. And then wriggle your toes and your fingers. Slide your legs together, arms by the side of your body. Inhale and stretch, take your arms over your head. Stretch away from the waistline. And when you feel sufficiently stretched, bend your knees to your chest, hug your knees, gently rock from side to side, reawakening the lower back. Then roll over to your right hand side, press into the floor with your hands, and come up sitting. Then sit comfortably with your hands in Anjali Mudra in front of your heart. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And then slightly lean back just to feel strong support of your back muscles. Support, steadiness of the universe. Reflect your practice. Reflect your intention of the practice. Notice how you feel. Enjoy extra strength, flexibility, and clarity of mind. We finish class with one gentle Om. Exhale first. Inhale. Om. Bow your head to your heart, to the light within you, and open your eyes. Well done, everyone. Thank you very much. Namaste. And have a lovely day.